show you the evolution of the WITF logos. These are all the WITF logos. This is the very first logo ever made. This is the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. They have this logo. They did have the same thing when the first PTV was around, like 1993. They still have the same logo from 1993 until 1995. This would have this logo. This will have this logo when they had the PTV from P-Pals and the PBS Kids Dot and Dash from 1999 until 2000. Until 2000 through 2011, this is what the logo looked like. This is the logo I remember watching when I was. Remember it as from my childhood. It had this airing the whole time when Boobah aired on PBS Kids. I know this Boobah did air on this a long time ago. I remember watching Boobah aired on PBS Kids as a kid. Is this local channel? And I remember I did have it recorded. I remember I had a recorded blank tape of Thomas and Friends and Bob the Builder from 2005 with this local channel and the some PBS blank tapes from this. This is one of my #1 favorite logo of all time. Favorite type of logo. And I remember this logo right here when I was as a kid. I remember this was changed back in 2011 to 2022. This is not the most recent one. It used to be the most recent one until 2022. And this is the most recent WITF logo. Let's go. This is just a Logopedia thing. Yeah. These logos were around. I wasn't even born. These were when I was alive. Yeah, I remember. These were around when I was. These are the only 3 logos that were around. They had this logo recently in 2022. Here's what the logos look like in the old days. This is from 1964 through 1970 when they had NAT and yep, NAT until they had the first time they did PBS. There's a lot of members online. I don't know what. It's from 1970, from 1976. They'll have the old PBS back in the 70s before they had VHS tapes. And here's from 1976 through 1984. Yeah. It's from 1984 through 1988. Yes, I do have a Square One TV recorded blank tape. I believe I do have the same. I do have a recorded tape from the 80s, which I do have a Square One TV recorded blank tape of this. Yeah. Which is my own comp. I think this one is around like before they changed the new logo. I guess they was recorded right before they had this logo. And this was probably around before they had this same thing. Like they have that same logo like says from 1988 through 1995, but when it used PT, they probably had PTV on P-Pals. Oh, in case you're wondering, PBS Kids has been found in 1993. Originally, the truth about PBS Kids, it's only been found when the P-Pals were around, not Dot and Dash, because P-Pals, the PBS Kids was found in 1993, not 1999, because most people think that PBS Kids came out in 1999. Well, just the Dot and Dash came out in 99, not P-Pals. Yeah. They just changed the Dot and Dash since 1999, but they didn't have this one was around when they started with PBS Kids back in 1993. So yeah, they'll have the same. Yeah, I kind of wish if there's anybody who had a blank PBS Kids recorded PBS blank tapes, but most of all I love is PBS, PTV, and PBS Kids. So I really wish I had a lot here's the WITF logo from 1995 through 2000. This will have the same logo back in 1998 when they'll still have the same thing. Oh, and by the way, speaking of 1998, I do have a recorded blank tape of this logo, which is Andre Rieu and I have a pledge drive, which I will plan to upload online sometime soon. So yeah, and I will do a upload pledge drive that I don't believe I used to be online, but not anymore. But yeah, and this is the one that came with this is the only time they upload the PTV program break on WITF. Like, yeah. Thank God, because that's the... Yep, this is the local channels. And of course, one of my I remember watching as I grew up. Remember watching this logo as a kid is this logo. Yeah, and I remember there's some couple of these scenes shots that were originally credited to me. Yeah, credit to me, Anthony. I'm the originally did that. Well, some of that was taken from Craig S. 1996 Entertainment's. Thanks to him, special thanks to him. And this one originally was taken from Splendid Engine Studios. Special thanks to his user who had a Thomas Blank VHS. And these things, this one is also from Splendid Engine Studios. The quality that was not completely 4:3. I did have to use my video capture since I didn't have. So yeah, I could have just done that, but oh well. But it's a good thing James the PBS Kids did not do this type of the quality of the program breaks, because. So yeah. And this one, I believe, who uploaded back in 2009, like a DTV station that got no longer used the actual channels anymore. That's right. This is back in 2009, and these one right here was back in the mid 2000s, from 2005. Had it from my VHS tapes recording, which are Thomas and Friends and Bob the Builder. Yep, these are the three right here. These were I already think I upload those PBS Kids program breaks. Special thanks to me. Yeah, mostly I could see they're PBS Kids. I kind of wish that if I have any more PBS Kids blank recorder tapes from the 2000s, and of course the 90s, which are PTV ones. So yeah. And here's the logo. I remember watching it from from 2011 to 2012. Unfortunately, I haven't watched this at all from 2017, 18, 19, 20 until I'm be able to watch it again until 2021. Since didn't get a chance to watch Splash and Bubbles, so, and it no longer, I kind of sucked. I haven't seen that show. So yeah, I haven't got a chance since 2021. Yeah, thank God I be able to watch it before they had the new logo. This is the WITF logo. And yes, I do have recorded blank PBS Kids VHS recordings and DVD recordings. I have this logo before they had the new logo. Thank God. Thank God I'm glad I still have the airing back before it. Because those are kind of hard to find nowadays. In case no one, I'm going to be the only one. I'm very special, thanks to me. I'm glad I upload the Screenbug airings on my channel, if you want to check it out. And this is not the most recent one. It used to be until 2022, back in October 2022. Yeah, that was right after, a few days right after Rosie's Rules got premiered on. I think almost 2 weeks after Rosie's Rules premiered on PBS Kids, and a couple months after they had the new PBS Kids logo in 2022. Then it replaced. Here's the most recent logo. Now here's the most recent logo look like. So if you're watching this same local channel, recently you can only watch this type of logo. And nowadays I don't watch it anymore, sadly, because this new logo was launched on October 17th, 2022. In fact, I do have some. Good thing I have some recorded blank tapes, and I do have some left over on a dish DVR. Thank goodness I saved them, especially this logo. I have this logo. I do have I remember usually on WITF program breaks on PBS Kids, they usually sometimes put monkey music all the time, which I don't know why they do it over and over again. And this is when I remember grew up as a kid. I remember growing up. Yeah. These are the ones that were taken from my channel. And this one right here, I can't remember his name, but I know he said the analog television thing. I can't remember his name, but see right here, that was credit to me. That was taken from my channel, because they gave me they could have put a credit on me, because I'm the one that did that. So yep. And the other local channels in Pennsylvania were, well, I know there is one YouTuber who lives in Pennsylvania, but it's not in WITF, which I know is John Yuckywood. And I know it's the same state in Pennsylvania, which I know they made Mr. Rogers, but that is not the WITF. That was actually I know there are other channels that I know of in Pennsylvania were WQED, WHYY, and I know in Maryland, which is MPT, which is aka Maryland Public Television. Yeah. Yeah, I do have some PBS recorded tapes from this local channel right here. And I do have one recorded blank tape right here, which is Andre Ryu and more, which I will do a pledge drive program break soon. I kind of wish I had a PTV blank recorded tape. So yeah, I wish I had any more PBS Kids blank record tapes, which is this one and that one, and of course the P-Pals, the PTV ones. Which I know Craig as 1996 Entertainment upload these two. I think did upload this back in back in like 2016. This is a 1996 program break. Oh, I guess they could have put up WITF members the PBS version, not the PBS Kids. Because I do have the PBS version of WITF members thing that looks similar like this one, but it's not the do have the non-PBS version, which is WITF, which are actually a montage, but not PBS Kids. I do have some more WITF recorded tapes besides PBS Kids, which are just PBS itself and or just WITF itself sometimes. So yeah, I do have some, which I do have a recorded blank PBS tape, which is extremely rare program called very rare PBS airing of One Stroke Pain. Enjoy Pain with Bob Ross. Speaking of that, here's Bob Ross, and so much more. So yeah, so there you have it. But that's there you have it. Those are the WITF logos. If anyone remember WITF who lives in it, just let me know, okay? If you never heard of it, you don't have to worry about it. If you never heard of it, only if you never heard of this logo. So yeah, I know James the PBS Kids did give me credit from I'm glad they upload in better quality, which are these. Credit to me, and these are from Splendid Engine Studios. He is a Thomas fan though. He has a Thomas recorded blank tape. So yeah, thanks for watching.